Alright guys, so last weekend I was in northern Norway to commentate the Arctic Gaming Experience, a Trackmania LAN event and my first one in front of a crowd. The grand finals of the tournament between Pack, Tween, Binks and Carl Jr. was arguably one of the best Trackmania esports matches ever played. And if you haven't watched Trackmania esports before, it's really exciting, the rounds are super close, and it really doesn't get better than this match. I really hope you enjoy it, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. We have loaded onto the server now with the first map, so let's get the gameplay up on the screen. They are warming up on Buda, and the map is the one Tween was looking forward to, the one with the quarter pipe jumps, and especially that ending. I think we're in for some nice rounds.
Oh, definitely. Buda is, as I've said, my favorite map of the map pack right here. It is one of the unique ones. It has quarter pipe jumps, it has an engine off section, it has a risky finish that's actually a really risky finish that you can push as hard as you want. Like this map has it has the ingredients to make it something special.
It really does, and this is one way to kickstart a grand final. It's not an easy map to start. We saw it with the pressure one in the semifinal, number 2, how everyone made a mistake in that high pressure round, except for, of course, Binks, who made it through. So, warm-up is ended. Let's hear it, the grand finals. Into the first round.
Starting off, the players are, of course, going to be very, very close to each other as they've all been practicing for a long time for this moment right here. Binks currently in the back. The rest of the players getting a little bit of a lead, about 1 car length, but everybody entering the engine off section with approximately the same speed. This is where we saw Tween get ahead, though, last time.
Yeah, Tween tends to have better starts because of that wide approach for the engine off part, and then the quarter pipe jump across. They all actually nail it here. Tween said he was looking forward to this. Let's see what he can make of it now that it's here on stage. Carl Jr. right there with him on the dirt jump, but he's going to go a bit sideways here to try to land earlier, and that gives him a car length of a lead as he goes into the dirt downhill. The first 10-pointer is looking like it could be up for grabs for him if he gets this last drift. And the jump right, is Tween going to start with a 10, or is Carl going to snipe it?
Oh!
Carl with a perfect jump, taking that win, and Tween gets third.
Tween, unfortunately, jumped out of that quarter pipe just a little bit too soon. So he didn't jump out when he was on a full vertical wall. He jumped out a little bit before, and unfortunately, he did not have the trajectory to go into the finish.
Now this, if I were the other players here, I'd be scared, because if Carl Jr. starts with a win, he tends to make that into 4 wins, into 5 wins. And we saw on the group stage, 7 wins in a row. When Carl Jr. gets into that zone, it can be so hard to stop him. Even though you're driving fast in the matches prior, this is where you have to really get a stop to that momentum, because he's building it right now.
Yeah, Carl is a force to be reckoned with once he gets going, so it is important for the other players to try to see if they can deny that from happening immediately. And right now, Pag is the one that's closest to it, but he did not get that drift that well, so he ate a lot off the penalty grass, losing him some of that speed. But Binks now trying to close in the gap here for Carl, but it's going to be down to the last jump right now. Carl setting up for the right-hander, going really close, and he makes a mistake, and now Tween takes that lead. Pag is right behind him. Anyway, it's the last jump that decides everything. Binks tries to go over, Pag takes it.
What a round that is in the wake of Carl's mistake. Pack winning it by just 2 300s against the other players.
That was incredibly close right there. And that just goes to show that some of the pressure is still there. You know you're 0.2 ahead or 0.1 ahead, but you cannot slow down.
And that balances the match a little bit. It will not be the Carl sweep that we've seen sometimes happen, where he starts with win after win. It's going to be close affair, but Carl is right up there now again before that freewheeling. But look here, Tween and Binks, both proponents of that wide line, catching up to Carl and Pack across this stretch here as they have more speed to work with, and a great start for Tween. He is a 10th ahead already.
Absolutely. If he can get a low line right here, he will extend his lead even further. Binks going a little bit further up the wall. That's going to push him down into 4th place, but Binks can still get back here. Tween and Carl Jr., though, all the way up in the lead. Carl Jr. getting a little bit more speed, and he's going to try to overtake, but he hits the outside wall, and now once again it's going to be Pack or Tween that's going to take it home. Is it going to be one or the other? Pack almost crashing right there. He's going to have a little bit less speed. Tween needs a good final jump right here. Is he going to be able to get it? Pack trying to overtake, but Tween makes it.
Tween gets it. Pack was so close to having the perfect jump, but he slightly crashed into the inner corner of the finish. Didn't get a clean swoop through, and that is why Tween wins that one. And they're trading back and forth. They've all picked up a couple of wins.
They have, but Pack currently has gotten out in front and is now on 22 points. Tween on 18, Carl Jr. on 17, and Binks on 12. It's a very tight race.
Yeah, Binks the only player so far that hasn't gotten a 10-pointer, but he's been close. He's had some great showings here already. Good speed onto the free wheel and can approach that with a very inside line, but the risks they're taking are inhuman right now. Going so close to every wall. Binks will slowly get up into first there, and now the quarter pipe jump. Does he get the landing right? Tends to jump a bit higher up to carry more speed across this platform, and it balances out here as they get to the top of the hill.
Yeah, and Carl Jr. is now going to be in the lead, but Pack is really trying to push it. Here in the end is where Pack has gotten a lot of speed. Binks jumping really far. Is that going to set him up for a more inside turn? It could, and now it's going to be all down to the final jump.
Oh, look at the gaps. It's nothing. This could go anyone's way. Carl Jr. has a small lead to work with, but that's nothing before the jump. Will Binks be able to snipe it away here? Will Pack maybe take it? Pack takes it!
How did he snipe that? I didn't even see him jump in front of him there.
He jumped far. Both Carl and Binks at the inside corner.
Ooh.
Another win for Pack, 32 points there on Buddha. It's been a great map for him, and they still have one more round to be played.
That is an incredible start coming in from Pack right now. Like, that is more than he could hope for, I think. Getting 10 points ahead of all of his opponents. Now he just needs to maintain that pace.
Ooh, the wide line from Binks should put him far ahead of the others. That was a good start. Carl Jr. and Tween able to keep up close, but that pace he's driving is super fast here on the checkpoint. We'll see the quarter pipe jump now as they all set it up, trying to go as low as possible. Carl with a perfect jump there. Can't ask for anything more, and he will take the lead with that. But everyone is right there to challenge for it. We will have a spectacle for the last round here. Tween going for the low jump, trying to catch up. Will go up into second with that, but the wide line puts him back into fourth, and all four players could take this.
Oh, but Binks makes a mistake, and now it's Pack and Carl Jr. alone in the lead. There's only one more drift and the jump setup to see who's going to win it. Is it going to be Carl Jr.? He goes for a low line, but Carl Jr. makes it.
5,000 in favor of Carl. The players can't even believe what they're seeing here. Incredible stuff to start off the finals.
What an amazing start on Bode, and it's just going to get better and better from here.
But now we go on to Salman, a map that really favors Tween. His pace here has been spectacular. Binks has been very consistent as well. This is a raw pace affair, though. There's not that many tricks on this. It's mostly about your transitions, about your speed preservation.
Yeah.
And these four are masters of that art, so yeah.
Absolutely, and I just have one question for you, Wirtual. How do you pronounce this map?
This map, Salman, with a thick L in the middle.
A thick L? I mean, I don't know about that. I don't take that many L's, so I just say salmon, but that's fine, you know.
Yeah, I'm going to add an extra L in there.
Okay, but here
I'll take it. I'll take the L on that. As we see the warm-up.
As we see the warm-up, the players are getting ready to show us another incredible match right here. We have the outside line coming in on the dirt sections. We have all the transitions that are coming in here on Salmon, and the ending with the final jump where you need to get the exit speed.
You do, and you'll see the different setups here. Some players want to go very close to the left around this corner to go high up on the platform and then drift in. And that gives them a bit more speed to work with, and they need it because this last jump, just look how close Pack's wheels are to the platform. It's barely possible to get there. And Pack actually chooses to not finish the run, but you'll see Binks go for it here as well in the warm-up. Just, you got to get enough speed to barely get that jump right.
I get where the players are coming from. If I had a bad line and I got into some bad muscle memory, I would also just DNF the warm-up and just get back into a new round once the actual rounds start.
Starting on map number 2, what an amazing map 1. Let's hope for a great map 2 here as we get into it. Carl Jr. there with an early mistake, though. So it's a 3-player battle off the kickoff.
Absolutely. Here we did see Binks have a lot of momentum and a lot of pace here on this map as we see him go into first place ahead of Tween. Pack getting a lot of extra speed, jumping up into that second place now for a really tight right-handed drift. Tween going with a really aggressive line, and Binks did hit the inside wall there, going just a little bit too tight, and now it's going to be between Pack and Tween.
And for Pack, this is a huge opportunity to take the reins on the match. Keep in mind, Carl Jr., his closest opponent, is in last right now. If those positions remain and Pack's get a 10 here, he'll be far ahead of everyone else. Tween, this is one of his best maps. Although he did good on Buda, this is a place where he can gain even more points. Great run so far. Up the last corner now. Pack going wider on the platform to get more speed. Tween's going to try to hold on to this lead, but Pack is getting there. It's a car length lead. Tween holds and takes the 10 points.
Tween gets an important 10 points, but also Pack gets the second. He's so consistent in getting these first and second places. He keeps gaining that point advantage.
Always near the top of the scoreboard.
Exactly, and now he also has an almost 10-point lead against that second place. And it's going to be interesting to see if Pack can maintain the momentum that he's currently holding, because that would be huge.
And that is such a confidence boost there for Tween as well. He had a win on Buda, but one more here will do nicely to set up for the next 4 rounds of this map. This could be the tournament he's been waiting for, but for Binks as well, it's a wake-up call that now he really got to keep up with his opponents. It's going to be tough. There's his toughest opponents yet, but look at the lines he's driving. Great exit speed there. He holds the lead against 3 of the world's best Trackmania players that have been around for the past decade, and right now he's leading this round against them.
But once again, Pack actually pushes himself back up right next to Binks, and now it's a very, very tight fight to see who can get it. Carl Jr. also pushing up, but Binks extending his lead. He's now all alone, about 3 car lengths ahead of everybody else, and now he only needs a couple of more right-handers. Let's see if he can get the sausage turn down. Yes, he can. He sets up for the turn. Carl Jr. losing a little bit of exit speed, but Pack getting really, really close. Can Binks clutch it out here in the ending? He only needs one more jump. Will he clip or will he not? He makes it!
He makes it. What an incredible time that is as well. 1:05.49. That's a 10th off of the world record in the grand finals.
That is incredible. And that's what we've been seeing from Binks. He has been having insane pace these last couple of rounds.
And that 10 points is so good, because look at it now. It doesn't look that bad anymore. 35 to the 38 points of Tween and Carl. And Pack is right there, only 15 points ahead at 50. So he has made the comeback look more possible now, and he can keep that momentum going into round number 3.
Absolutely. Now the players, they are trying to push every single corner as we go into this right-hander. You can see just how close Carl Jr. is to getting this airtime, but he maintains the ground contact, maintains the acceleration. Binks is right behind. He's going to try to go for a really outside to inside line here, making sure he gets all the exit speed as he can as we get into the dirt section.
Here, you want to just get a lot of exit speed on the wide line. Pack getting that turn really nicely, catching up a little bit, but also having to go wider for the platform, and Carl and Binks are going to extend ahead ever so slightly. Into the drift now. Binks challenging the 5-time world champion in these slides. He's keeping up step by step. Pack hits the wall, will drop down. It's a battle between Binks and Carl to win this round. Binks with more speed up the hill, and Binks is going to hold that lead. Will Carl make the end jump? Carl gets there too, but 10 points for Binks. He's right back in it.
Binks has now crawled his way back up to, I believe, 2nd place, right behind Pack.
He's going to be 1 point ahead of Carl, 4 points ahead of Tween. Such a close start to this final.
Only 13 points separating all of the players. This could turn around very quickly.
I mean, every round we start, I feel like anyone has an equal chance of winning it, and they just trade back and forth. Oh, and Carl getting a small bump there, something we haven't seen in the group stage. Is very rare, and not what he wants right now in an important round.
That is unfortunate, but as we know, Carl Jr. is the man to put it back when he needs to. He will come back with the mindset, but right now we're going to see Pack, Tween, and Binks fight it out here.
Tween with an opportunity now, has gotten a great start. In the previous rounds, he's been 3rd or 4th here now, up to 2nd, just a car length away from Pack, but Binks, he has had great ending turns, goes on the inside line there, will hit a small bump and get less speed, so the difference remains. Into the drift here, Tween carrying a lot of speed, that's going to extend him in 1st place. Very good opportunity to seize 10 points here. Pack and Binks trailing though, they're just waiting for a really slight mistake to overtake him here. Binks looking for 2nd up the hill, could they overtake him? Could they get 1st?
Oh! Binks unfortunately clipping that last block once again, giving Pack the opportunity to take home 2nd place. That's 6 points, and Tween getting that 10 points, and now we are once again getting really, really close between the players.
Pack exactly hitting 60 points. That is halfway to the mark, to reaching 120 and going to finalist. And he's done so with a small lead against the others. About one round lead.
He has diminished his lead a little bit throughout Salmon, but he has maintained it, which is the important part, because this is the last round of this map. And then afterwards, hopefully, he has once again gotten the pace to get that first place consistently.
Oh, this is the closest start we've had yet. All 4 players got through the opening drifts, and here they're all going in as we see Binks into the wall, trying to commit for a bit too much, but you really have to. You can't afford to slow down. They're driving 105.7, 0.6, 0.5 as the winning pace. They know they need to go all in for these, and Carl Jr., after that small bump, which he really couldn't do anything about, he's looking for revenge right now. He wants these last 10 points.
Absolutely, and that's what we're talking about. Carl Jr. bounces back just like that. Nothing takes him off his mental game, and currently he is on first place. Can he take it home here on the last right-hander? Pack is really trying to push it. Is he going to have enough speed to overtake? It does look like he has enough speed, and Pack will snipe the 10 points.
Pack holding so strong in the end there. A 105.56 is incredible. And Tween getting third with a 66, you don't see that too often. Amazing stuff here, and Pack extends his lead in the grand final.
Absolutely, 70 points down to 55 on second place. As we head into the next map, I think Pack is actually showing some really good colors on these maps. Like, that is impressive gameplay from Pack.
It really is, and he said the times they're driving is ridiculous, but his own times are equally ridiculous.
Like, he's doing so
well. He's right there with them.
Oh, he's not just right there with them, he's in front of them.
You said it best, Janik. Here we go on to Melee, the most difficult map in the map pack, a map that Carl Jr. and Binks tend to thrive on, but one where Tween and Pack can also certainly, do really well.
This is where I would DNF for Pack, right? Because currently he's driving he's getting such a different line that he
gets back in the trajectory here.
He will get back to the speed, but at that point, some of the players, they will opt for just DNFing, making sure that they don't get the different muscle memory or all that jazz. But Binks and Carl Jr., as you just said, are driving the map to perfection right now.
They really do well in these difficult maps. But it's a bit interesting what a warm-up can do for you. If it's bad omens or good omens,
Yeah.
If you drive and you get a mistake in the warm-up, you're like, oh, I don't want that to happen in the round. But some players also think, okay, fine, I made that mistake. Now I know at least I'm not going to lose points with it.
I don't know about you, but I think I've driven most of my personal bests in warm-ups.
Yeah, that tends to happen. The first warm-up after Cup of the Day qualifier, you just turn into a god.
Yeah, and there's just something about it, right? Honestly, I want my time to be set there. I want all of the Cup of the Day qualifier to not be there, and then the warm-up is going to be the one time that counts.
Yeah, and it's because you relieve the pressure, but
Absolutely.
Now the pressure is right back on. You gotta be able to handle the heat. As we are in the grand finals, map 3 starting on Melee and the Arctic Gaming Experience. One more time for the players. Let's hear it.
And the players are really close to each other, all setting up for a perfect left-hander. Everybody threading the needle right there. Carl Jr. is in the lead. Binks getting a lot of exit speed. Jumps up from 4th to 2nd, but Pack is also up there to fight for it. Carl Jr. going a little wider, but he has more speed. And once again, they're neck and neck.
Great drop down by all 3 players. Here is where we see some rounds decided. This downhill is deadly. You want to avoid the signs. You got to thread the car in between. One falls. Pack's out of the race here. Carl Jr. now up in the clear lead as Binks is trying to make something happen in this ending. Going wide on the dirt, carrying a lot of speed. Carl Jr. slowly losing ground, but will he have enough for the last jump here? Landing on the platform, he takes it.
He does take it home, and Pack gets 4th right now, so the other players are able to sneak in a little bit closer to Pack.
That will equalize the match a lot on the scores here. We will see it 73-63, 59-58.
Yes, but Pack still has a 10-point lead down to 2nd place. Still a very comfortable spot to be in, but he cannot afford to slow down right here.
And we talked about it. We heard Binks' favorite map in this map pack was Arctic. It's coming up later. He gets a little bit of a rough start there, but that's what we're talking about. Maybe Pack's had his best 2 maps first, and now he has to hold it against the others on some of his weaker ones. But Carl Jr. makes a mistake here, and it's 3 players left.
It is 3 players left indeed, and Pack is the one of them in the lead. Binks trying to attack, getting a little bit less speed due to an inside line that he took. Tween also going very, very inside, which is going to allow Binks to overtake, but Pack maintains the lead. Tween trying to push it. They're going to be neck and neck once again. We're getting into the final left-hander. Is Tween going to maintain the lead? Is Pack going to come back?
Binks coming back.
Who's going to be able to have the most extra speed right here? It's 3 people against each other. Who's going to take it? Tween is going to be in front. Pack is going to attack. Who's going to have it? Pack makes a mistake. Binks gets second. Tween gets first.
Insane round there, all the way up to the line. Will that be third for Carl? Looks like Pack still has it. Can Carl finish? Oh, Carl barely finishes, 1 second left. And we get a small time to catch our breath here, but 10 points for Tween makes him go up into second. Basically winning a round here can make you go from last to first almost. It's that close.
It is incredibly close right now, but Pack is still showing that he has the potential to get home these 10-pointers on this map, which is crucial for him right now. This is one of the most difficult, if not the most difficult map in the entire map pack, and playing against people like Carl Jr. on this map, which have so many technical experiences in the game, it has to be so difficult.
Yeah, I can't even imagine Binks gets a small clip. Does he make the next jump? No, that's gonna cost him. That's a small clip there. Now Pack in the lead once again. Could get another 10 points here. Carl may be a little bit far to make anything happen. Between is right there. More speed before the downhill. Needs to keep the grip now and avoid those signs. Inside line for Tween as he overtakes Pack here. But more speed up the hill. It's going to be very close for the last line. Tween with a better approach. More speed towards the jump. It should be a his. Round to rights. If he can get that last jump in. Tween. 2 10-pointers in a row.
A back-to-back victory for Tween, and he is getting dangerously close to Pack right now.
They are both currently ahead of the current world champion in this tournament. That is the level they're playing at.
Absolutely. This is incredible gameplay, and once again, all the players are very, very close to each other. The difference between Binks and Pack is not that many points, and it's mostly down to having just a few unlucky mistakes.
And this tournament has been amazing so far, but one thing that the players talked about is like, all we need now to make it perfect is the quadruple finalists. And the way they're playing, the way they're trading around back and forth, it could really realistically happen. They are all going up there towards that 120 mark rapidly. Just look at this round, for example. Try to predict who's going to win it. It's not that easy. Everyone wants it as much, and they're all here to play for a Tween, though, with a small lead against the others as we go into the second half here.
Tween does something right there, which gives him so much speed, but Binks also executed it perfectly, and he's now going to be in the lead. There are 4 players so close to each other. It's all going to be down to the exit speed in the final jump. Binks is in the lead. Tween is trying to attack. He gets an inside line, almost taking it, but Binks takes it home.
And that is a really fast time, 57.69. The best time we have, the world record, was set today, and it's a 56.58, a 57.58. So it's 11 hundredths away from the world's fastest time on this map.
And now we have the final round of this map, and we have only one time here to see who will take the 10-pointer home in this final round of this map. Tween currently overtook Pack in the points, 85 points for Tween, 84 points for Pack. It's becoming a crucial moment right now.
And 77 and 76, what a match this is. All 4 once going again at it up the hill here onto the dirt. We'll see who has the best approach. Carl likes to go a bit wider here, catch the platform earlier and get more speed back for this next full speed part, and you can see him get right back up in there now. Pack losing grip in the uphill, going wide. Binks and Tween right ahead, and this is the part you said Tween gets it a little bit better sometimes on the inside line there. More speed than Binks. He will get closer, but so will Carl up the last hill before the last turn. Binks still in the lead. Carl's getting there. Tween's a mistake. Binks still with a small lead, but can Carl Jr. catch up here like he did in the semifinal? This time, Binks takes it home.
And in an incredible turn of events, Carl Jr. is in last place in points.
He is, but he gets more points than the others there. Just look at the scores. 8-8, 8-8, 8-7, 8-2.
That is insane.
We're going to Nordland now as map number 4, and we're ending on Arctic, one of Binks' best maps. But right here, this is a huge map for Tween, Pack, and Carl.
Yes.
Binks as well can do well here, though. We've seen that in the semis.
Carl had a fantastic showing in the first match of yesterday on this map.
But then Binks beat him in the semis on this map.
And that's true. Binks actually outperformed Carl here in the semis, and it's going to be interesting to see if that's going to happen again. And then we have, of course, Tween and Pack that also can show us just incredible pace.
I think they're all going to go under 1 minute. You have to. You have to do that consistently here to get points, else you're just going to get last. It's crazy, but that's the level we're at.
But as you guys can see, there are a lot of transitions here, for example, from dirt to road or from grass to road, where the players, they're going to set up some drifts in advance, making sure they get the lines. Here, Pack makes a small mistake. Don't worry, it is the warm-up, but they want to go low onto that plastic ball to make sure that they get the best trajectory to get that exit speed.
It's easy to get baited, but the orange timer, if you see it, then you know it's the warm-up here. In a moment's notice, we're going to start, but also some warning signs there for Binks as he makes a small mistake on that last jump and wouldn't have made it to the risky finish.
And that's true, because so the thing about the risky finish is that the lower you jump, the more straight you jump into the finish. But it's also very risky because you can risk either hitting the outside wall or not even making it up to the finish.
Here we go then, map 4. Get some hype in the crowd. The players are giving their best for us.
They truly are.
And we shall enjoy it while it lasts. Great lines for Binks there to take an early lead. Does he get this jump right? Oh, lands on the road border, but it's enough to keep him in the race. And that's one strategy we talked about that does exist. If you dare to go for it here, finds himself in third just behind Tween and Pack.
Did you see Pack's incredibly inside line on the ball there on the dirt? That pushed his car forward, gave him more momentum, and now he's 2 car lengths ahead. All he needs to do is get an inside line here on the plastic, get his car jumping straight. Binks might be able to overtake, not quite enough to get up to Pack.
Binks has a lot of speed. On the inside line, might get a bit closer. Pack still inherits the lead though. And then that jump we talked about, Pack nails it perfectly, 59.85.
That was a scary low jump coming in from Pack there. He almost had his back wheel clip the platform block.
But he has just such a feeling for the car that he knows just about there is going to be enough, and it was. Another 10 points, takes back the lead in the match. 98 now out of the 120 he needs.
That is incredible gameplay coming in from all of the players. You can see Binks there also going really wide, trying to make sure that he gets the most amount of space in the map to get that exit speed. But Tween currently make a mistake. Oh no, Binks going really low. Carl Jr. following up right behind. Pack is about 0.2 seconds behind the rest of the pack, but that is fine. He still has a chance to come back right now, but Binks and Carl Jr. really fighting for it.
You said it last round, Pack does this section so well, and Pack is climbing right back up into that leading group. Binks, though, leading as we go into the plastic. This is where Binks found a lot of speed last round, almost overtook Pack. Now he has the lead before that section. Carl Jr. is going to try to get there. Pack's going to try to get there, but Binks in a slight lead before the last drift. As we go onto the dirt now, Carl Jr. on an inside trajectory, trying to catch up, but Binks should still have this. Both Pack and Carl on an inside line. This could go anyone's way. Binks will take it.
This is incredible gameplay right now. Pack getting third, so he's going to get 4 points. The other players are going to catch up to him, and now Binks is in the lead. 103 points to Binks, 102 points to Pack. The 2 players to cross that 100-point barrier.
In any other match, a 59.9 would be enough to win. It would be a dominating victory. Here, it's barely enough for third place. They are driving so fast right now, and they really know they have to push it to another level to win these points. Binks in the lead, just 17 remaining to get to that 120 mark as we go into the third round.
Binks is in the lead, and he tries to maintain it, but Pack has a history of being very fast right here. Look at that line. He goes so aggressively inside, actually touching some of that penalty dirt, but it does not matter because it propels him ahead of the others, and now he's in the lead. Tween almost jumping out of the map. Binks now trying to inherit that first place. Carl Jr. going so inside, almost flying out, but does it pay off? He has a little bit less speed. Binks is in the lead. Can Pack overtake here in the final couple of drifts before the last jumps here? Pack going more inside. Binks trying to get the exit speed. Who's going to have the lowest couple of jumps? Is it going to be Binks? Is it going to be Pack? Binks tries to get it, and he gets it.
Another win for Binks there. 10 extra important points as he puts himself within reach of reaching 120. Pack getting up to 108 now. And for Carl and Tween, this is getting very dangerous. The others are running away with it.
And it's insane to see that Tween and Carl, the two players that's won every single one of their matches, even the semifinals, being the first players to qualify for this grand finals, are the two players in the back.
Yeah, they are, and they were the undefeated players on day one, 16 out of 16 points in the group stage. Now, they're given a proper challenge here by the others. It's again Binks leading here, but we're coming up to the section where Pack tends to gain a lot of time in this dirt part, carries more speed onto it. That's one opponent. Now a more inside line here, perhaps in Tween, and he might catch up to his second. And he will go into top two together with Binks, the leaders of the overall match as well. Great line there for Pack once again. As Binks hits another bump, it's Pack in the lead this time, almost crashing on the inside. So close to the track limits. Carl Jr. following him every step of the way. Inside line for Carl, but Pack still has about a 200th lead to work with before the final corner. Will Pack take a 10-pointer here to put himself so close to finalist mode? Needs the jump, and he gets it. Pack will be at 118.
This is incredibly close. Pack takes back the lead with 118 points. Binks is gonna jump up to 117. This is incredibly close.
Janik, we're guaranteed a double finalist.
We're guaranteed
Pack
a double
and Binks
finalist.
will both get their next round. If Carl or Tween wins this, they are also in range of finalists themselves.
This is incredibly close. This might be the closest we could even hope for a grand finals.
But I think Tween and Carl know they need to win this round to have a chance at the victory. It's
Oh,
going to be very
absolutely.
hard to hold off two finalists. But if they aren't within range themselves, they need to get there. Right now, as you see, Binks has had a bit of an unfortunate start, 3/10 behind, gives Carl and Tween an opportunity. Which one of them will seize it right now? Pack is even there to challenge through the part where he does it really well, catching up towards Tween, up in this uphill, trying to get more speed before that grass drop down. Carl on the inside line will take the lead. Now Tween left to fight for second as Pack goes on an inside trajectory. Any one of them can still take this round.
Pack going a little bit more outside, trying to get the extra speed in on Carl. Goes for an inside line right here, getting a little bit closer, but Carl going for an outside line, getting more extra speed. Can he get the final two jumps right now? He does get a low jump and the second jump, and Carl takes a victory.
Carl, great run there. When it matters, the Clutch King performs. He gets to 112, but he still needs to win one round, deny the finalists, and then win himself. That's his way to the trophy.
It is incredibly close right now, and this could be the final map.
And let me remind you, we're going to Arctic. We're going to one of Binks' best maps. He's finalist right now as we speak.
In the pre-match interview, this was the map that Binks said he was looking most forward towards.
He did, and it shows in the stats too. He's played so consistently here, always driving mid 101s, his personal best in the low 101s. I think we'll see times around the 101.5 mark here if you're going to win the rounds. But the players get this one very important warm-up to quickly catch their breath, try to calm their nerves, and then fully focus for the next seconds of driving, because that's going to decide who wins Arctic Gaming Experience.
Absolutely. Now, there's only one attempt if you're Pack and Binks that you have to get this down. Because if Pack wins, he will be the grand champion. If Binks wins, he will get the title. You only have, if it's any time to clutch it out, it is right now.
I mean, just think about it, how tantalizing it must be. You're right there. If this was the live round and Binks was here, he would be the champion, but it's just a warm-up. He needs to do this next round when it counts. That's when he needs this performance.
Oh, you can see it's the nerves. I think the nerves are showing up right now. Both Pack and Binks must be sweating in their seats. This is not only the final round maybe for them, but it's the final round against some of the biggest names in Trackmania.
And in situations like these where experience comes through so much, when you know you've been in a situation like this and performed in the past, this is where Carl Jr. and Tween, with their tournament lifestyle, that can really come through. Their history, here we go, very important round. This is for the championship.
This is indeed for the championship. It is now up to Tween and Carl Jr. to deny the two finalists to see just how much they can push out these rounds.
Oh, Tween's out. Tween is out. Carl Jr. is the last defense. If not, we will have our winner Pack making a mistake too. And Carl right now, with a 1-versus-1, could quickly become a finalist himself. It is Binks on his best map against the 5-time world champion. There's one opponent in his way. If he beats him, then he is the Arctic Gaming Experience champion. Binks right now just needs to gain about 0.2 of a second to Carl Jr. Going into the dirt uphill, he gets a really good line there. And it's now just 1/10 remaining.
Now, and if Binks can get a good right-hander after this grass section, he might be able to overtake Carl. He gets a little bit closer. Carl goes out wide. Binks is trying to push it. Is he going to be able to do it? But Carl denies.
0.7 of a second. But Carl Jr. defense is going to go to a triple finalist situation.
And Carl Jr. just won now. He has the momentum going into this triple finalist.
He does. He knows he can do it, but I think Binks knows he can get that time too. This is important. Tween needs 3 in a row to win himself.
Yes, I mean, this is incredibly difficult. Tween needs 3.
Oh, Carl's out! Carl crashes. He needs to hope for Tween to win this. It's the only way he can win the championship. Right now, a golden opportunity for both Pack and Binks. They've been waiting for a moment. This is it. Can they capture it? Can they get past Tween and take the trophy for themselves? Up the quarterpipe jump we go. Bit of a quiet before the storm. Will they all land it? They all get up there. Binks with a marginal lead onto the ice.
Who's going to get the best ice slide? This is going to be so detrimental. Tween hits the snow, and now it's going to be Binks and Cap. Who is going to take home the victory? Who is going to become the grand champion? Pack is in the lead. Binks is trying to push the exit speed. Only a few more drifts left. Pack is trying to push it as fast as he can, but Binks gets a little bit closer, and Binks makes a mistake.
Pack in a clear lead, only needs one more turn and he is the champion! Give it up for Pack! What an insane performance from the British player, getting a 101.49 to win the tournament, one of the fastest ones we've seen on Arctic all tournament long, and with that, he is now the champion of the Arctic Gaming Experience.
Congratulations to Pack.
I mean, he said it before the tournament, the times of driving is ridiculous. He started on Boda, winning round after round, and then he continued that performance on Salman, on Mulan, and now also on Arctic. An insane round, and it's, I think, a relief for Pack to see that even after his 2016 World Championship, and a bit of a slump, he can come back and he can beat the best. But we are not done yet. We're playing for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, and that is still a very ongoing battle.
Absolutely. Carl Jr. and Binks both in finalists. Tween is there to try to deny them both. If Tween makes first place, he will put it into a triple finalist situation, and he's looking to do so.
Oh, going up the jump now, getting an early landing there. Very important as he goes for the inside line down the hill. Has about a car length's lead, but the ice slide will decide a lot here. Good exit speed for all of them. Tween carrying the grip. Binks does this uphill so well, time after time. Ooh. Tween is out, Carl is out. Binks in a clear lead. He could get 2nd place here. Everyone else is out.
Binks could get that 2nd place for himself, and it looks like he's all alone, over a half a second coming down to the next player.
It's gonna be Binks! Binks, 19 years old, getting 2nd place in a big international tournament here, beating the likes of Tween, of Carl Jr. in the grand finals. He can be proud of today's performance.
Absolutely incredible performance there, coming in from Binks and from Pack. And now Carl Jr. is the only finalist left. Oh. And Tween makes a mistake from the very, very start. And Carl Jr. is now all alone for the rest of the map here. Almost 2 seconds ahead of Tween. And now he just needs to clutch out the rest.
This could be the 3rd place for Carl Jr. Not the result he was hoping for. But what a match all of them played. I don't think he will complain, considering the level they are at right here. Can Carl Jr., though, close out this 3rd place and secure a spot on the podium as he goes through the ice slide now.
Every single player has been playing out of their mind, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with getting 2nd, 3rd, or 4th. It is incredible what these players are showing us, and they all deserve the best praise that you can ever give.
One more time in the crowd, give it up for all the players in this final. This has been amazing. And Carl Jr. here, 1 turn remains, a jump onto the platform and into the finish. 3rd place for
Carl Jr.
That is a final for the ages.
I don't even know what to say. It was incredible. And you can hear the crowd is going wild. Like, they are eating it up right now.
Standing ovation for the players, hugs all around. They know that was truly something special.
It really, really was.
Now, Pac, going into this grand final, you said the level of the others was absolutely ridiculous. You played pretty ridiculous yourself. How does it feel to win?
I can't believe it. This is incredible. I mean, I've lost my voice from screaming. This is crazy. I can't believe I've won. I just, the whole final was unbelievable. Binks, Carl, and Sween, they played insane, and just, I mean, what a final. What a final.
What a final indeed. That was truly something, right? Like, I was shocked on stage. I couldn't believe the match we just got to witness. I really hope you enjoyed watching it too. Let me know if you want to see more Trackmania esports content on the channel here, and I'll be happy to post it. And until next time, I hope you have a good one. Bye bye, guys.